Hi, my name is Brian Sim Chun Hong.
Is Arthur Chen Ken Fong.
And my name is Duncan Kong. We are from Team Tryhard Technicians. Good day to all the judges, mentors, and participants. Today, my group will be presenting about the Feel Smart Farm, a self-sustained food, energy, and water nexus producing farm. To start off with the problem statement, in third world countries, mainly Africa, water sources were always unclean and insufficient to provide for the residents in the rural areas. This has caused a huge problem by erupting the daily activities of the residents and the farming activities that lead to upcoming hunger in the residents. Besides all of this, insufficient electricity power also proved to be a huge problem. The current solutions for the problems are water sequestration, installing sand dams, food assistance, and also land rehabilitation. The downsides and limitations are these are inefficient, time-consuming, expensive, and complicated. This is our solution and why we think it's better. The Feel Smart Farm, a farm layout that can produce nutritional food, clean water, and also generate electricity at the same time for remote areas. We have designed a farm layout that will surely help residents in third world countries remote areas. The specialties of the farm are provides the three nexus altogether, it tackles the underground water source in South Africa, and it's also simple and easy to use.
Our group SDG are zero hunger, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth. Here are some sketches of this project. I will be explaining how this prototype and coding will work. I will be demonstrating how this prototype works. First off, we have solar panel, a wind turbine, and a water turbine to generate electricity that will be stored in this power storage room. Electricity generated will be used to power Arduinos and other components. First of all, we have a water tank for residential use. There will be a water pump in the well to pump out water into the water tank if the water is not full. Now for the demonstration. For now, the water tank is not full, so the water pump will start pumping water from the well to the water pump. Now, the water pump will stop pumping water after the water reaches a certain level. Secondly, we have the fish pond. The fish pond works same as the water tank. If the water is not full, the water pump will start pumping water from the well. The water pump will stop pumping water if the water is full. Now, the fish pond is full. And lastly, we have the crops. The crops will collect water from the fish pond since the water there is naturally fertilized. The water pump will start pumping water if the soil is dry. Now, the soil is wet. Now for the demonstration. I will be moving this soil sensor into this dry soil to activate the water pump. Now, the water pump has stopped pumping water. I will be demonstrating how this coding will work. This is the coding for the water level sensor. First, we will need to recognize the outputs. For the water pump number 1, I use output number 2, and water pump number 2, I use output number 3. And for the input, to receive signal from the water level sensor, the first sensor will be used in pin number A0, and the second pin will be used in A1. Next, we have the coding for the soil moisturizer sensor. First, we need to learn for the output. For the output, I use pin number 4 for the water pump. And for the input, I use pin number A0. And that is all for the codings. Target segment and impact. Our current target segment includes residents of rural or remote areas in South Africa, farmers, citizens of third world countries. Our ideas for future upgrades will be alternate or improve ways to store energy generated and larger scale and more energy produced. Inspiration and learning. What inspired us to come up with this product is the fact that poverty in Africa, namely the lack of provision to even satisfy the basic human needs of certain residents in rural remote areas. Despite a wealth of underground water in South Africa, the lack of technology caused the falling of African nation towards the bottom of poverty. Thus, we came up with this idea to help all those people because we think that every human being on the planet is equal.
For my inspiration and learning, I have gained a deeper understanding of the scientific process for agriculture and pisciculture. This led me to then develop research questions and form and test my hypothesis and bring up the solution to the project. Thank you.
I've learned that the complicated steps to overcome a problem that appears during the making of the prototype and never giving up. For example, I've tried a few materials for the base model board to run the simulation smoothly, but most of them failed. After trying a new material for the 5th time, I finally found out the perfect material, which is styrofoam.